and good morning to you. Welcome to the final day of the 8th grade IESA season and the first of two semifinals to come your way today as the 25-1 Staunton Terriers take on the 25-1 Manteno Panthers. Alongside Thomas Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports, and what a matchup we have today. Two teams battling it out here this morning for a chance to play in the state championship game later this afternoon. It should be a lot of fun and two good matchups today, as we will also see Eureka and Williamsville play in the 12-15 semifinal. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and also on the Missouri side in Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank here to serve you with the banking needs close to where you live and always online at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. We'll talk about how these two teams fared yesterday and the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Logan Agri-Service, we believe that every seed holds the promise of a thriving future. Our commitment to quality and excellence is as strong as the roots we help you grow. With decades of experience, our dedicated team understands your unique needs. From cover crops to premium seeds, we have it all. But it's not just about products, it's about partnership. We're not just sellers, we're your allies in growth, your consultants in success.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
We welcome you back to Pana High School, the site of this Class 3A 8th grade state finals. It's semifinal action as Manteno and Staunton getting set to match up this morning. Manteno with the 25-12, 25-9, pretty decisive win over Beecher in their game yesterday. And Thomas, once this Panthers squad kind of settled in, man, they really got on a roll. And very, very impressive group. One of the more impressive players we saw in the tournament yesterday was McKenna Laskowski, who is a big hitter on the outside for this Panther team.
Yeah, Manteno was really able to take advantage of settling in early and, getting the momentum on their side of things. And Laskowski was a big part of that. I mean, she came in on the right side and was really able to take advantage of some really nice sets, getting in good position. And, like we've talked about a lot, when you get the ball in the right position for your big hitters, watch out because it's coming.
Speaking of big hitters, the Staunton Terrier team is loaded with them. None better, I would say, in my opinion, than Caden and Legender, although Caliana Bueller pretty good in her own right. And this Terriers team, although they got off to a slow start, once they got rolling, they really did a nice job, beat Peru Parkside 25-15, 25-11 to advance here into the semifinal game. And you take a look at these two teams, and they kind of mirror one another. I think we are set for a very, very competitive semifinal.
Yeah, we got a really nice game in our fourth game yesterday, went to 3 sets, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that again in this one. I mean, two teams that are very evenly matched, some really nice hitters, really nice blockers on both sides, and it should be a very good game.
You and I were at Normal Kingsley last week for the 7th grade 4A state finals, and Frankfort Hickory Creek kind of was head and shoulders above everybody else, it seemed like at that point. At this tournament, I really believe any 4 of the teams still left could win this tournament.
Yeah, our Final Four here I think is very competitive, and like you said, I think we got a lot of mirror matchups here. We we have Eureka and Williamsville in our next one, and this one with Staunton and Manteno. I think they both match up very well, and any of these teams have the ability to jump out and really get the momentum on their side of things and get the ball rolling in the right direction.
The nerves yesterday, of course, as you play in the state tournament, kind of, are built up. And I would say you still have some of that same feeling this morning, but you kind of get an opportunity to relax. And both of these teams were here early. When we got here, they were already on the court. I think they were playing a little freeze tag or whatever it may be. These two teams were kind of loose, and they look like they're really, really ready to have some fun and play some good volleyball.
Yeah, once you have a day under your belt and you're playing in that gym for a second time, it gives you a little bit more of that sense of comfort, kind of almost like you're playing at home again. And once you get that momentum on your side and they can kind of settle in here today, I think it'll be really good.
Now, Staunton at the high school level, they and Payne are actually in the same conference, so these young people have probably played in this gym before. I don't know on the volleyball side if that gives you any kind of an advantage or not, but they definitely have played in these confines, so maybe a little more comfortable for Staunton in this setting?
Yeah, you might think so. Being here a little bit more often, maybe playing against Payne a little bit, gives you that comfort. And, maybe a little bit shorter drive for them kind of helps and benefits them this morning too. Whenever you don't have all that travel in the morning, you're a little bit more fresh.
An 11 o'clock scheduled start for this semifinal between the Terriers and the Panthers here on Central Illinois Sports. And we'll step aside on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineup. Stay tuned.
Okay, everyone, let's do this. How about you?
What are your thoughts on today's patient care?
Real busy day, but it was a team effort. And how about you?
Third checkup that your patient talked about her summer concert. How do you stay enthused?
You can't blame her. Those tickets were hard to come by. But her summer wasn't a cruel one. Huh?
Doctor,
next, how about you?
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Don't do that.
Hey, the internet says I'm sick. Am I?
I'd get a professional opinion on that.
Over here. Doc, donuts in the break room look like a hit.
Not bad. Definitely better than those bagels. Okay, we have time for one more. Next.
The staff looked focused today. What do you attribute that to?
Well, at Blessing, we're tasked with providing exceptional care, so every visit is like the big game for us. Okay, gotta run.
Strike your best deal on a new Ford Mach-E. Now at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, get a 2023 Ford Mach-E for just $563 per month. Offer for a limited time only at westtownford.com.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply. Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
We are just moments away from the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups here on Central Illinois Sports as Manteno and Staunton are set to match up in this first state semifinal. Do want to remind you about the need for officials, and our officials in this tournament were very, very good last evening. We see some of the similar folks and a few new ones as well. We've got the kids and we've got the games. All we need is you. The schools of the Illinois Elementary School Association are looking for someone like you to become licensed as an official, a referee, a starter, or an umpire. To find out how you can become an official, contact the IESA Officials Department at 309-663-6377. They're going to have the national anthem here inside the gymnasium. We'll have it for you from the United States Army Band and Choir, and then we'll have those Fireman Home Supply starting lineups and action from semifinal. This semifinal matchup between Manteno and Staunton. Back with you after this.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
A great job by the young people who sang our national anthem here inside the gymnasium before this semifinal matchup. By the way, just to clarify with you, a lot of folks say, how come you don't carry that national anthem live? Well, YouTube has copyright issues, and they only approve so many versions of the national anthem, one of them being from the United States Army Band and Choir, which is what we go with here on Central Illinois Sports. But a great job by the young people here to start off this state tournament, and we're nearly ready for the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups. Farm and Home Supply, from snacks to apparel, lawn chairs to power tools. Nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com or stop by the location nearest you. Both teams are 25-1 on the season. One of these teams are going to play for the state championship later this afternoon. And as we always talk about, once you reach this level, while the state championship is your overall goal, not accomplishing that task is nowhere close to being a disappointment or a failure. Even though sometimes the teams may feel like that in the moment, Thomas, they're still going to be able to look back at this and say, you know, we had a really, really good year.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about this in junior high especially is that it's all about the experience and about what you can gain from what you're doing here is getting that experience under your belt and realizing, no, we still have a lot of volleyball to play after this, and we live to play another day, no matter what happens today. So still a lot of volleyball to be played, and this is all about just getting some experience under your belt, I think.
It is impressive, though, about how skilled these players are, even at the 8th grade level. We've seen some really, really high level of volleyball action.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of really nice serves. We've seen a lot of really nice sets, some really great blocking on both sides of things, and I think we've just seen a really good quality of volleyball here this weekend, and I think we're set up for four great teams today.
All right, time for the starting lineups in the semifinal here at Pana. Let's first meet the Staunton Terriers. Staunton 25-1. Their coaches are Jeannie Lusico Holly Weller, Leanne Treckler, and Sarah Burnett. They will start at the setter. She's a 7th grader, number 10, Lainey Weller. Number 21, an 8th grader, is Brianna Johnson. Also at a setter is number 22, Alyssa DeLong. Caden Legender, we talked a lot about Caden yesterday, a big, powerful hitter on the outside for this team. She wears the number 36. You'll also see Nora Window as an outside hitter, and Calliana Bueller, number 38. Both do a great job hitting as well. And then the libero for this team is Addie Monolo. She wears the number 59 for this squad from Staunton. Again, they are 25-1 on the year. Terriers with a big crowd here, not a long drive from Staunton to this location at Pana, so a big crowd has turned out this morning, and a good crowd across the way for our friends from Manteno as well. Manteno is 25-1 on the season. The Panthers are coached by Lauren Benoit, Eric Armstrong, Laura Zanani, and Christy Repke. And their lineup looks like this for the starters. Number 3, a setter, an 8th grader, Adeline Tepper. Number 5, a setter, is Nora Donnelly. The libero for this squad is an 8th grader. She wears the number 23. That's Maddie Whelan. And a middle hitter is a 8th grader, number 7, Amelia Cabello. And an outside hitter, we have McKenna Laskowski, one of the more impressive hitters we saw in the tournament yesterday. She wears the number 9. Kendall Blanchette, who had a solid game for Manteno yesterday as well, wears the number 10. She'll play an outside hitter. And the middle hitter is Jocelyn Dole, wearing the number 14 for Manteno. The Manteno Panthers are in the purple uniforms with the white numbers and black accents, while Staunton is in the maroon uniforms with the white numbers and lettering here this morning. We certainly are glad you have joined us here on Central Illinois Sports for coverage from this Class 3A state finals. Action from all 4 locations, from Kankakee in 1A, Auburn in 2A, Pana in 3A, and Morton in 4A. Action you can watch live and on demand with your IESA membership here on Central Illinois Sports. Our referees are getting into position here, and we are just about ready for action in this first semifinal. Kind of like we said yesterday in the quarterfinals, whoever can settle in first has the early advantage, but Staunton, for example, got behind early yesterday, came back and won, so it's not always a telltale sign of who's going to win or lose the contest. But so far, Thomas, whoever's won that first set has had a pretty good advantage, other than in our last quarterfinal last night where it went 3 sets.
Yeah, I think getting that first set is really important, especially at this level that we're at right now. I mean, getting that good momentum and that good energy behind your team, and just that confidence that, like, hey, we did take that first game, might as well get the second one here, I think is a big impact for these young people here today.
The referees are making sure everybody is where they are supposed to be. There were some pretty tough calls really yesterday from the officials. There were some really, really close plays, and I think the officials did an outstanding job last evening to make sure everything was called correctly, and we appreciate them giving their time here this morning and into the afternoon for this state finals day. Staunton will have the serve first in this contest, and back to serve to start this semifinal is Calliana Bueller. Bueller had a great day serving for Staunton in their quarterfinal win, and she'll look to keep that momentum rolling here as we're underway. Sends it across the net, bumped high, going to be taken here by Donnelly. Set up and pushed across the net by Dole. Staunton with a chance at this one. They get to the outside to Legender right where they want it. Played well by the libero in Whelan. Now this ball gets across the net, and into the net was Manteno, and Staunton takes the early 1-0 advantage. So an early infraction gives Staunton the lead, and Bueller back to serve again. Another good serve. This one hits the top of the net, and the Panthers do recover. Send it across. Taken there by Monolo. Set up on the outside for Legender. Big hit here, partially blocked but powered right through it, and we saw that a lot yesterday from Legender.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go around, and sometimes she's just going to go straight through your blocks.
She's a powerful hitter on the outside. Laskowski on the other side, probably the most powerful hitter for the Panthers. Not going to had a chance to really set her up yet. Now Tepper will send it across with a two-hand set. DeLong puts it back across, and this one is out of bounds. No. Was it tipped? The referee on this side said out of bounds. The referee on the stand said it was a point for Staunton. What's the call? They'll say they'll go with the referee on the stand, and it's 3-0 Terriers. Referee on the other side said that ball was contacted at the net. Bueller on the serve. Hit there by Wheeler. Set up for Donnelly on the outside. Now they'll get it to Blanchette for the first time today. Look out, here's Legender again with a big kill. And this big Staunton crowd, who is just to our right, is into this game early. 4-0 Terriers. As Caliana Bueller is off to a good start for her team. Good serve here. Played on the outside, now centered to Dole. She'll send it across the net. Taken there by Montelo. DeLong sets it up, sent across by Legender. Was kind of retreating from the net that time. Now on the outside to get it to Blanchette. Big swing on this one. Played well by the Terriers. To Legender again. Partially blocked, kept alive, but this is going to be 4 hits for Manteno, and Staunton has the early 5-0 lead. Good job by the Terriers. They keep feeding Legender on that left side, and they know what type of talent she possesses. Keep going right back to it. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. Here's a ball blocked now on a tremendous play by Lainey Weller. And the Terriers now lead 6-0. And a timeout here in the early going by Manteno. 6-0 Staunton off to the quick start. Back with you after this timeout. Fast start for the Staunton Terriers. They lead 6-0 here in this state semifinal as Manteno takes the timeout. No need to panic if you're the Panthers yet, but do want to try to break this serve. So trying to throw off the rhythm a little bit with a timeout for Manteno as Caliana Bueller is back again to serve. She's done a nice job so far this morning. Sends this one across. Hit high, retreated past the back line, sent across the net here by Manteno, but out of bounds. And the timeout did not bother Bueller, it appears like. She's on quite the roll here, 7-0. Another good serve. Played there by Blanchette, set up in the middle. Big swing here for Dole. Terriers return it quickly over the net. They'll set it up on the outside this time for Blanchette, and she'll get the kill. Gets the first point of the morning for Manteno. Does Kendall Blanchette. And it's 7-1. And back to serve for this Panther team is Kendall Blanchette. Blanchette, her first serve of the day, is an ace. We saw this a lot yesterday. The team that has the serve more times than not gets the score. Especially when you have players like Blanchette who kind of move the ball around on the serve. She'll send this one across, played by Montelo. Set up at the net by DeLong. On the outside, Legender. It's out of bounds, though. Well struck ball, but out of bounds, and it's 7-3. Kendall Blanchette back to serve once again for the purple-clad Panthers. Montelo in the back row, little miscommunication. Now this ball nearly into the stands, and it is. Legender went after it, but ran out of room on the sideline here. And now Manteno with a little momentum headed back their direction. They've cut this to a 3-point game. Blanchette. Another good serve. Manteno plays into the back line. Set to the net for Legender. Big swing, out of bounds though. You can tell she's just a little amped up for this game on a couple of those hits. But quite the weapon is Caden Legender on the outside. Here's Blanchette. And Staunton was not set yet, so that will be a penalty point awarded to Manteno, and now it's 7-6.
And sometimes you just have to get that first point, get a little momentum under your belt, say, you know, we can score that first one, and game can swing right back to you.
Manteno's done well to kind of settle in after the timeout after falling behind early. And now they're right back in this thing, trailing only by a point. And now the Staunton coaching staff asking about why the infraction was called, as they were still in motion when the serve was underway. They still talk about the explanation here. And the next serve by Blanchette is a good one again. Bueller to Manteno, have to go across. Legender hits it, and it's inbounds. Just snuck into the back line there. Really didn't get much behind that. Actually was almost her back to the net, but put it across and snuck it in. And Staunton breaks the serve, as now adding Manteno on to serve for the Terriers. Good serve, and gets the ace. Manteno is the libero for this team. Versatile player. And her next. Played there by Wheeland. Set up with the net on the outside, looking for Laskowski. Really the first time they've been able to get it to her today. Now Legender hits it into the net for Staunton. And makes it 9-7. The score, and Jocelyn Dole is on to serve for Manteno, excuse me. Legender sends it across. Ball set up here. Donnelly looking in the middle for Cabello. Played well by the Terriers, and this one is a kill for Legender. When everything goes the way it's supposed to, and you get the ball in the right spot for Caden Legender, very, very difficult to return. 10-7 as Lainey Weller is back to serve for Staunton. Sends it across, played from the back line, now set up for Cabello. She'll send it across. In the middle, Weller sets it on the outside again for Legender, and another kill. Back-to-back kills for Legender. And Staunton extends the lead out to 4. Terriers well around the serve again. Push to the net. Donnelly sets it up on the outside. Laskowski. This one out of bounds. Really was set up pretty well on that left side, and we saw Laskowski have some big hits yesterday for this Manteno squad. That one just a little bit too far, as it was beyond the sideline. They'll set it up right back to her again. This time she'll kind of put it across, a little more touch. Sent back over by Legender on the two-hand bump. Set up on the outside. Laskowski pushes it across with two hands. Weller sets it up on the outside. Legender played well by the libero and Wheeland. Back to the net and a little scramble drill. Nicely played by Manteno. Set up again for Legender. Big swing, but too far. Too far beyond the end line. And it's 12-8. Adeline Tepper has her first serving opportunity of the day. She takes a deep breath, gets the whistle from the official, and is ready to roll. Bueller from the back line. Weller sets it up to Legender, and she'll get the kill. Diving opportunity that time by Blanchette, but could not come up with the dig, and makes it 13-8. As Legender now is back to serve. She gets a running start at it, hits the top of the net. Panthers have to send it across on this hit, and they do. Bueller to the center in Weller. Back on the outside, ball sent across. Window hit it that time, and it is out of bounds. 14-8 for Staunton. Staunton in the maroon uniforms on the right side of your screen. Manteno in the purple on the left. Staunton with the early advantage here. And they have one of their better servers in Legender back once again. Played in the back line by Kaylee Wilson, who has checked in for the first time this morning. Ball back to the Terriers side on the outside. Running play here by Window. Chance for the Panthers. They set up for Cabello, and it's out of bounds. Amelia Cabello hit it just beyond the end line. And it's 15-8 Terriers. Their big student section is quite enthused here this morning. Legender's next serve. Sneaks over the net. Ball set up on the outside for Donnelly. Played well by Window on the return. Now Legender will push it across. Set up by Tepper on the outside again for the big swing from Liskowski. And she'll get the kill. And that's what we saw a lot of yesterday from McKenna Liskowski. And if they could get her on a roll here, Manteno could be right back in this thing. As we'll see Litzy Campos Avilla into the game for the first time. And Liskowski sits down. As Campos Avilla has her first serving opportunity of the morning. Good serve, played in the back line. Terriers will send it just across the net by Monolo. Set up here on the right side. Hit there by Donnelly and blocked right back down. And Manteno scores the point. 15-10. Campos Avilla gets this one over. On the outside, they get it to Bueller. She'll hit it across. Diving play from the back line by Wilson. Set up on the left side for Blanchette on a good hit. Now for Bueller. Again to Wilson in the back row. In the middle, right to Cabello. Her hit is returned here. They'll get to Legender and hits it into the net. 15-11. Legender trying to hit that one from the back row and didn't get the height on it that she needed. 4-point game. As Litzy Campos Avilla back to serve again. And it's too far. Good decision that time from Monolo. Kind of got him at, it was a very quick split-second decision for her. Thought it was long, nearly decided to contact it, but let it go. As they said in the movie Frozen. And on to serve is Nora Window. Diving play by Wilson, set up on the outside for Blanchette. Dug out here, now the ball hit by Bueller. Panthers send it right back across off of Donnelly's hands. On the outside again for Bueller, and it's too far, out of bounds. Beyond the end line. We've seen that quite a bit here this morning, as these hitters who were very, very consistent yesterday might just have a little extra juice here this morning, Tom, in this semifinal.
Yeah, maybe just looking for a little bit more than they were yesterday, and just getting a little bit too ahead of themselves here, I think.
Maddie Wheeland is back to serve. Ball set up on the outside for Bueller. Played there well by Campos Avilla. Now for Blanchette on the big swing. Pushed across the net from the Terriers. Right back to their side. Can't handle it, though, as the ball got set toward the net and too close to the net. And it's 16-13. I really like the Panthers' attitude in this game. They got down early but have not panicked, and they're right back in this thing now. As Wheeland's serve goes across. Weller sets it up for Legender from the back row. Diving play by Wheeland to keep it alive, but their teammates can't get the second hit, and makes it 17-13 on the kill from Caden Legender. And into serve is Alyssa DeLong for the Terriers of Staunton. Long serve played by Wheeland. Set up by Tepper on the outside to Blanchette. Hits it into the net. 18-13. DeLong again to serve. To the back row. Set up on the right side now for Donnelly. She'll push it across and kept alive by Staunton, but they'll say that Weller, as she went for that sliding play, slid under the net. And she made contact, so good effort, but not a legal hit. Nora Donnelly to serve for Manteno. They could really use a good run of service points here. Legender sends it across with a two-hand push. Set up on the outside. Now down the middle, they'll have Dole hit it across. Terriers return it. Played well by Whelan from the back line. This one a free ball over the net and out of bounds. And the Terriers score the point to lead 19-14. As we'll see Bueller to serve for the second time in this first set. And she hits it into the net. A rare error by Caliana Bueller.
And maybe just that early game, getting the blood flowing, kind of getting back into the groove of playing again day after day, back-to-back games here, a little bit different style for these guys.
Blanchette to serve for the second time this morning. Monolo hits it toward the net, and the ball, DeLong that time was trying to get it to one of the hitters on the outside, just hit it a little too far, went out of bounds. Makes it 19-16. Blanchette's one of those players that could get on a roll here for Manteno. And she gets a good serve and the ace. 19-17, and Staunton now wants the timeout. Terriers leading the Panthers 19-17, but it's getting close here toward the end of set number one. Back with you after this.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Timeout called by Staunton. They lead 19-17, but at one point it seemed like they had a comfortable lead in this game, Tom, and all of a sudden the Panthers are on the comeback trail.
Yeah, I think Staunton was up by 6 at one point, and who we got? Manteno here has just really done a nice job of staying settled and keeping themselves in this game.
Blanchette trying to keep that good vibe rolling here for the Panthers as she's back to serve again out of the timeout. A good serve. Played at the net here by DeLong on the outside for the Gender. Nice job by Whelan from the back row. They'll set it up in the middle, pushed across here by Dole. On the outside now, the right side. Good swing by Johnson. Panthers look to return it from Laskowski with the kill. And it's a one-point game. 19-18. Blanchette sends it across and gets the ace. So we're tied up. Brand new ball game. 19-all. If you're Manteno, you have to really like where you're at right now, as Kendall Blanchette is one of their more consistent servers. And serves this one inbounds for the ace. Terriers thought it was going to go beyond the end line, but it snuck just in there, and it's 2019 Manteno now. As we said yesterday, they're the first to 20. 25 is the goal and win by 2. But good vibes here for the Panthers right now. And another ace by Blanchette, as that ball could not be returned, and I think Staunton would like to call their second timeout, as now they find themselves trailing 21-19. Manteno with all the momentum. Can the Terriers make the comeback here? We'll find out after this break.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois. apply or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Timeout number 2 of set number 1 for Staunton as they trail 21-19. Manteno's Blanchette on quite the roll here. Back to serve again from the left side. Sends it across, played by Monolo in the back row. Set up towards Legender. Took a good swing at it, but returned here by Manteno on the outside for Laskowski. Another big kill. Now they're really getting the ball, feeding it to Laskowski.
And I think when Manteno can get Laskowski on that left side there, and who we have serving here is this?
Blanchette.
Blanchette, yeah, this is exactly where they want to be.
Lead by 3. Monolo to DeLong, set up for Legender, blocked. Legender had a single hit of it, and nobody at home for the next hit, and Manteno now what did we just call here? They called an infraction on Manteno, so take that point off the board and makes it 22-20. That's a big swing in this game right now. This could be huge for Staunton. Can they take advantage as Monolo is back to serve? All hit high. Donnelly sets it up for Dole. Now DeLong on the outside for Legender, pushes it across. Diving play here by the Panthers. Sent back across by Dole, but into the net. 22-21. Monolo with a chance to tie it up now. Good serve. Donnelly at the net, sets it up on the outside. Laskowski, big swing, out of bounds. And again, we're back even. What a fun game this has been so far. Now Manteno would like to call the timeout. 22-all here in set number 1. Who can take this first set? We'll find out after this.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Timeout, Manteno. Tied at 22. Monolo on the serve here for Staunton. Look at the officials situated in their positions here. And we are ready to go. As Monolo serve across the net. Donnelly sets it up on the right side this time for Tepper. Terriers with a chance to return on the hit from Legender. This time pushed across by Donnelly. Spiked back down on a big play by Jocelyn Dole. Across the net, and Dole struck it back down to give Manteno the 23-22 lead. She'll go back to serve now. Every play in this type of situation is very, very important. Dole serve. Played by Monolo. Set up here, DeLong looking for Legender on the outside. They haven't been able to get her on one of those big hits here. Now Cabello, it's inbounds. Snuck it inside the sideline there. And now the Panthers are 1 point away from taking the opening set. One more point for Manteno. Terriers trying to keep it alive here in set 1. Dole serve. Played in the back line, set up here on the outside, looking for Legender, and it's a kill. 24-23 as Weller will head back to serve for the Terriers. Into the contest for Manteno, we see Kaylee Wilson returning. She'll replace Jocelyn Dole. Weller, the server for Staunton. Sends it across. Terriers must score here. Laskowski trying for a kill. Out of bounds! Just beyond the end line, and I mean just beyond the end line. It's tied at 24, and we're going to see some extra points here in this first set. Staunton's Weller trying to give her team the lead. The momentum has been back and forth all set long. Set up in the middle here. Cabello gets the kill. Now the Panthers, again, a point away from taking this opening set, which is very, very important, as we've told you. Tepper to serve. Madeline Tepper bounces the ball a number of times here. Sends this one in the air. Big serve. Played in the back line. Weller sets it up in the net for Legender. Legender on the run. Hits it across. Ball set up for Laskowski on the outside. Returned on the free ball. Put back down. Diving play. Sent across by the Terriers. For Laskowski, who hits it into the net. A rare error for Laskowski. And it's 25 all. These teams having so much fun, they don't want this set to ever end. As Legender is back to serve for Staunton. Good serve here. Played by Laskowski. Set up Blanchette. Will send it across from the back row. Now in the middle. They'll get it on the outside for Bueller. Good hit. Send it back up. Cabello sends it across. Diving play here by Aberle. Back to the Panthers side. On the outside, looking for Laskowski. Diving play again by the Terriers. And they're going to say that the player was beyond the line under the net. Point awarded to Staunton. And now the Terriers are 1 point away with probably the best overall player, Caden Legender, back to serve. Legender's serve could be decisive here. Diving play by Wilson. Kept alive. Cabello will send it across. Monologue. Weller sets it up for Bueller with the decisive kill. Staunton takes a tremendous opening set. 27-25. We'll get ready for set number 2 after this.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
The halftime show is sponsored by your friends at Little Jess Motor Company. If you've been waiting to get the best deal on a new Ram truck, well, your wait is over. During Ram Truck Month event at Little Jess, we're taking an unheard of 25% off all our last remaining 23 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn Eco Diesels. You heard me right, 25% off. Now you can save over $14,000 off our last 2 new Ram Eco Diesels. Get 28 mile per gallon highway and get one for as low as $42,570. Hurry in, Little Jess, serving Tri-States for 7 decades.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get the dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Well, what a first set we had. Staunton took it 27-25 in what was a back and forth. You said it was like a seesaw that entire game, Tom.
Yeah, classic game of tug of war there. You know, everybody was, we had momentum on both sides of things. We'd see somebody get out to 6 points and then bring it right back, tie it. And, you know, this game was very close the whole way, and I think we're in for another great set here.
Both teams had several opportunities to win that first set, and Staunton finally took advantage and won it 27-25. Can they use that to their advantage to start set number 2, or will Manteno send us to that decisive third set? Referees making sure everybody is set where they're supposed to be. Coming over to the scorer's table now to check on a few things. As the fans get settled back in here for this second set. Should be Manteno's serve to start set 2. And the officials will allow the quick substitution as Wieland is in for Manteno as the libero. And back to serve is Blanchette to start set number 2 for the Panthers. Kendall Blanchette, our first serve of the set. High by DeLong, sent across by Bueller. Pushed back across the net quickly by Dole. A chance on the play here. Bueller has her hit blocked, and they'll say a double hit there for Manteno, and Staunton will get the early 1-0 lead. Both teams again 25-1 coming into action today. They are used to playing and winning, so that's what they're planning on doing here this morning. As the ball set up for Laskowski on the outside. Sent across to Long, hits it high. Lead on the outside to Legender, and not able to be returned. And the Terriers lead 2-0. Two nothing for Staunton. The next by Bueller. Can they get it across? Yes, they do. Nice play by Donnelly. Really a good hustle play. Set up, though, in the middle for Weller. And Lainey Weller is one of those players that has some sneaky power to it.
Yeah, I think they were looking at Legender the whole time there, and Weller came in out of nowhere and just took it right down the middle.
And we'll get a substitute here for Manteno, a late sub, as the ball was, they're going to call this play dead. Sub was a little late here, but they let Petak check into the game. No, I don't believe they will. I'm going to say it was too late. Little confusion here now, as they're going to do a redo here, and that should allow Petak to come in if they're going to replay it. And the referee says, nope, never mind. She is not in this game. Bueller to serve. 3-0 Terriers. Back to live action. Ooh, and that, she serves it into the net, and you kind of wonder if that little break just kind of breaks your focus some. It appears that it might have, because Bueller has been maybe the most consistent server across the board in this tournament. Dole to serve for Manteno. Monolo sends it back. Big hit by Laskowski, and she gets the kill. Can't send that free ball right back Laskowski's way, because it's going to be coming back to you in a hurry, and it did that time. As Dole again back to serve. Monolo couldn't handle it on the ace. 3-all. As trying to take the lead for Manteno on this serve is Jocelyn Dole. Diving play. DeLong kept it alive. Hit up here for Legender. Cabello Centered here for P-Tech. Hits it across, but out of bounds. And the Terriers reclaim the lead, and we'll be back to serve. Four, 3 Terriers as Manteno is the server. Hits it across and gets the ace. Little moment of indecision there by the Panthers. Results in a point for Staunton, 5-3. Manteno on to serve again. Again, a little bit of hesitation there by Manteno, but they do send it back across. Laskowski. Ball set up here for Legender, partially blocked, but she goes right through it with a big hit. 6-3 Terriers. Manteno doesn't necessarily have the most powerful serve, but again, pretty consistent for the Staunton team. She'll send to the cross again. Set up on the outside, looking for Laskowski. Doesn't take the big swing at it this time. Just kind of sends it across. Now Legender. She was kind of falling away. Didn't get much behind that one. Laskowski will this time. And gets the kill. As we said, when they get it in the right spot for Laskowski, she is pretty consistent. 6-4 the score. As back to serve is Manteno's Adeline Tepper. Ball on the outside for Legender with a big kill. Big play for Staunton. Much like Laskowski, when you get it to the right spot for Legender, pretty tough to return it. She really puts some power behind the hit. Lainey Weller is the server for this squad from Staunton, as we'll see back into the game Nora Donnelly for Manteno. And Weller's serve is deep, played by the Panthers. Hit across by Cabello. Weller sets it up on the outside again for Legender, taps it across with the left hand. Ball played here by Tepper. To the net, looking on the right side for Donnelly. Fresh into the game and with the kill. 7-5. Much as we saw in the opening set, this game, a little back and forth battle here. As Litzy Campos Avila is on to serve. So her serve in the first game, and she gets the ace. Manteno comes together to celebrate that big play. And now, Campos Avila is back to serve. Taken by Bueller to Weller on the outside to Legender, and she gets the kill. 8-6 Terriers as they break the serve. Legender, after the kill, is now back to serve for Staunton. They took set one again, 27-25 was the final that one. Here's the ball set up for Blanchett on the outside, blocked at the net here by Aberly. Sophie Aberly with the big block. Makes it 9-6 Staunton. A lot of different players contributing for both of these teams today. You can tell why these teams are both so good on the season. They're very deep rosters. Legender's serve. Going to be set up here on the outside for Blanchett. Hit high by Bueller. Excuse me, that was Window. Now to Bueller, and Bueller gets the kill. Window with a good return. Bueller with a good kill. And makes it 10-6 Terriers. The next. By Legender. Free ball back across. Set it up on the outside for Window from the right side. Played in the back line by Wilson. Cabello will send it across right at the net. Now Weller sets it up. Back row, big swing. Legender out of bounds. 10-7. Maddie Whelan is the server. Maddie, one of our favorites in this tournament. What's that saying? It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And Maddie Whelan plays with a lot of heart and spunk for her team, and She gets a service point here for Manteno. Make it a 10-8 score. Whelan's next. Played by Monolo. Weller sets it toward the net. Sent across here by Bueller, but the set was not the best we've seen from the Terriers. And Bueller did all she could, but hit that ball out of bounds. 10-9. Whelan again back to serve for Manteno. Could tie it up here. Ball centered. Bueller hits it across. Whelan down to Bonita, hit this one. Ball set up on the right side now for Donnelly. Weller in the middle for Aberly. A chance for the Panthers to return. Aberly going to block it back across, though. Down to Bonita to keep it alive was Dole. Set up on the outside for Blanchette. Diving play from the back line here. Bueller gets set up, hits it right back across, and it's blocked right back to her. Good volley we have going right here. Now Blanchette, blocked by Aberly. Back to the net again. Diving play by Weller. Set up here for Legender to the back line, Wieland, excuse me. Ball right at the net. Weller, good set here for Bueller. Panthers a chance to recover. Pushed across by Dole. Now on the outside, Bueller, and out of bounds. It was outside of the post above the net, and this game is tied at 10 on what was the longest volley of this tournament so far. Both teams making some big plays. Whelan again to serve. Monolo from the back row. Weller gets it up to Bueller. Sends it across. Now Donnelly sets it up on the outside for Blanchette. Good hit here. Well played by Monolo. On the left side, it's Bueller hitting it across. Diving play by Whelan. Sent right back across the net by Blanchette. Again for Bueller. She'll push it try to the back line. Whelan again everywhere right now for this Manteno squad. Blanchette on the hit. Weller looking for Bueller. Hits it into the net. Hit it into the net, and Manteno takes the lead back now. 11-10 Panthers. Whelan having a good run as the server for her squad right now. Gets the ball set up in the middle. Struck well by Dole, but into the net. And that breaks the serve for Whelan and Manteno and ties the game up at 11 points apiece. Nora Window, the server for Staunton. Sends it across. Played by Blanchette, and she'll get the kill. Blanchette, kind of an underrated player, really, for this team. Just does a lot of things right. As we'll see Nora Donnelly to serve. And serves this one to the net. Ties it back up at 12. An uncharacteristic error for Manteno. Ties us up at 12 points apiece here in the second set. Staunton took set one. Neither team has really been able to gain much control here in the second set. Staunton brings on Alyssa DeLong back to serve. Diving play here to keep it alive. Set up on the outside for Tepper. DeLong sets it for Legender. Ball blocked to the net. Legender now sends it back across on the return for Blanchette for Manteno. And she'll get the kill. 13-12 Panthers. As into the contest for Manteno, McKenna Liskowski checks back in. And if you're the Panthers, that's where you've got to go right now, is to Liskowski on that left side. They've got her right where they want her in their rotation. Blanchette on the serve. DeLong sets it for Weller, who pushes it across. Played by Liskowski. They'll set it up right back to her for the kill. That ball hit the ground as a kill. And Manteno leads 14-12. I'm not very smart, Tom, but I know that if Manteno wants to win this game, it's got to go through Liskowski here. She is a great player for this team, on that left side especially. Here's Legender, too far. Now the Panthers lead 15-12, and I believe Staunton would like the timeout. 15-12, Manteno on top here in set number 2. They're trying to send us to that decisive third set. We're back with you after this.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Strike your best deal on a new Ford Mach-E. Now at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, get a 2023 Ford Mach-E for just $563 per month. Offer for a limited time only at westtownford.com.
15-12, Manteno on top. Staunton took the timeout. Blanchette back to serve for the Panthers. Manteno. Ball batted back and forth and blocked back down right at the net here, this time by Jocelyn Dole. And the Panthers expand their lead to 16-12. Blanchette has been the most consistent server today for this Panther team. Gets another ace. And this is as big of a lead as Manteno has had in this set and all day, really.
And Blanchette has been huge for them. She has been all over the court right now.
Yeah, this is when Manteno is at their best. When Blanchette's on the serve, Laskowski's on that left side of that outside hitter. This is when this Panther team is really running at full strength. Blanchette's next. Manteno not able to handle it. 18-12 Panthers. And at the moment, it looks like we might see a third set if Staunton can't turn the tide here in a hurry. Good serve here. DeLong sets it up on the outside for Bueller. Kind of slow played that one, sent it across. Now for Laskowski on the outside with a kill. Good effort there by Legender, but could not return it. Laskowski another kill and makes it 19-12. Blanchette with the serve. Taken by Legender. Punched across this time by DeLong. All set up here by Pete Tack. On the outside for Laskowski. Manteno gets it to Legender from the back line, out of bounds. 20-12 Manteno's. They've really taken control of this second set, and Staunton wants to take their second timeout. Panthers lead 20-12. They'll try to finish off set number 2 when we come back.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Manteno has taken control of the second set. Staunton trying to do anything they can to try to break this momentum for the Panthers. As Kendall Blanchette is on quite the roll here for Manteno. Her serve is another ace. And after Staunton took set 1, they've not been able to keep that rolling here in set 2 as Manteno has come out really, really focused. Blanchette's next. Played in the back row by Legender. On the outside to Bueller, blocked at the net. Weller keeps it alive for the Terriers. To DeLong, back to Bueller, tries to send it to the back line. Sent back across the net here by Laskowski. On the outside again to Bueller, big hit, but it is out of bounds. And, no. They give Staunton the point here.
I think they're going to call that in.
Some sort of a Somebody hit the net, I believe, is what the official is signaling there. It was 21-13. Big break for Staunton. Ooh, now a service error by Caliana Bueller. 22-13. Ill time, but if you're Staunton, you can't dwell on that here. Even if this thing goes to the third set, you've still got a chance in this semifinal. Dole, taken by Bueller. Set up for Legender, and just kind of mistimed her jump that time, and Staunton is all kinds of out of sorts right now. 23-13.
I think this is where they have to realize, we have a third set coming up here. It's time to not give up and get ourselves a little bit of momentum going into that.
Jocelyn Dole. Monolo, Legender toward the net, but much to the dismay of DeLong, who made a really good hustle play on that, couldn't get it across, and now Manteno 1 point away from the third set. As the Panther fans rise to a roar here. DeLong sets it up for Legender to get the kill. Keeps the Terriers in this second set for the time being. Wilson's back in for Manteno as Monolo is back to serve for Staunton. On the serve, hits it across. Wilson kept it alive on the outside. Liskowski, that ball is out. Out of bounds, was not tipped. No, it was. The referee on the stand says it was tipped and makes it 25-14. Manteno takes the second set. We've got the decisive third set for you after this.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Semi-final action from the 8th grade Class 3A state tournament and the decisive third set here. As they'll flip a coin, they flip it once and the referee dropped it. It nearly went under the scorer's table. So they said, oh, let's redo that as well, which is a very, very much a volleyball term on the redo. And now they flip the coin. I don't really see which way. It looks like Staunton's going to serve first here in this third set. Staunton took set number one in a tight one, 27-25. Manteno really took control of that second set and won 25-14. I don't want to say easily, but they made it look pretty easy.
Yeah, I think they really took control of the momentum that they garnered there and ran away with it. I mean, once they got Kendall Blanchette serving and Liskowski on the right side there, I mean, that is exactly where Manteno wants to be, and they took advantage of that.
Both teams still with that thought in mind of, hey, we're going to play for a state championship later today. Who can settle in first here in this decisive third set?
Yeah, and I think even though Manteno kind of took control in that second set, I don't think Staunton has any quit in them. I think everybody here is still very much in the mindset of we are ready to play for a state championship, and we're here for this third set ready to take it.
They gave him a little extra time here between this second and third set. I see the officials back ready to roll here. We'll step aside for a quick break. Be back with set three after this.
Now that the new year is upon us, it's time to focus on the important things, like Wi-Fi, strong connections, and high speed. This is the perfect time to tell you to call Cascom today. We specialize in all of those important needs. With our high-speed fiber optic service, we make your life easier. Whether that's online streaming, gaming, or just wanting good local TV channels, we have it all. So give us a call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Both teams have returned to the court. Still ready for this third set as Staunton will have Caliana Bueller back to serve to start set number 3. And the referee's making some last moment double checking here. We're about ready for action. All right, the decisive third set. Somebody is going to play for a state championship if you win this one. And what an exciting matchup we've had so far. And set number 3 is underway on the serve from Bueller. Led there by Whelan, hits it high. Bump towards the net, sent across here by Tepper. DeLong sets it up for Legender. And she gets the big kill as that time Hayden Pitek saw that one come at her very, very quickly.
And I think as much as we talked about Manteno getting into their right spots, I think it's just as important for this Staunton team to get Legender on that right side.
And here's a kill now by Bueller. They like to start out with Caliana Bueller because she is so good serving the ball. Again, maybe not the most powerful service we've seen in the tournament, but probably the most consistent. Another good serve. Set up on the outside for Tepper. Diving play by Monolo. DeLong keeps it alive here for Legender, who hits it too far, out of bounds.
I think we had a tip there.
Ooh, are they going to say it was tipped? Yes. They're going to award the point to Staunton to make it 3-0, much to the dismay of the Manteno fans. Referee on the stand now called Blanchette over to talk about it. Now the referee from the back line will come over as well. And they're having a conference here. And they say it was tipped. And now Manteno's fans are realizing that Staunton's still on the serve. They're a little upset. But we play on. That's what I like about this game. It's a quick mover. You don't have a lot of time to complain about the officials. Here's a ball across by Legender. Not able to be returned by Manteno. 4-0 Terriers off to the quick start. And I think that's big for this team to get off to that good start. Not that it's not for Manteno, but Staunton, after you take that first set and then fall behind in the second, you don't want to have that momentum carried right in. Now as this service beyond the back line, and Manteno scores their first point as Blanchette is back to serve. And she gets the ace. Terriers with a little miscommunication there. Nobody really went after that ball, and an ace by Kendall Blanchette. 4-2. As we mentioned earlier, this is when Manteno is at their best. Can they ride this momentum for a bit? Monolo hits it high. On the outside to Legender, powers it across. Through the net, through the block. Legender with the kill. 5-2 Terriers. Monolo on the serve. Ball hit here on the outside, looking for Laskowski. Not able to get much behind that one. Monolo sets it up for Legender, but hits it into the net. So neither team with a real clean play the last time around. And Manteno's Jocelyn Dole on to serve. Monolo not able to center the ball there, and the ace for Dole. Makes it 5-4. Dole's next serve. Sent across. And again, kind of a miss hit. Terriers are able to return it here, though. Cabello. On the outside, Laskowski on the big hit. Played well by Monolo. Hit here by Legender, but well beyond the back line. And now we're tied at 5 points apiece. As Jocelyn Dole is on a good run here for the Panthers. This decisive third set. DeLong. Legender sends it across. They were looking for the power. That time they got a little more touch from Legender. She pushes it across with the two hands and makes it 6-5. As Lainey Weller set to serve here for Staunton. Sends it across the net toward the outside. Nice job centering it back up by Laskowski. Sent across the net here. Weller sets it up for Legender. Big hit, partially blocked. Diving play, and they kept it alive just long enough into the net. Now the Terriers a chance to send it across, and they do keep it alive. Good recovery by both teams right there. Weller sets it at the net. Aberly tried her best, but that set just led her right into the netting. And this game is now tied at 6 points apiece. Here's Nora Donnelly back into action for Manteno, and Adeline Tepper is back to serve. Weller for Legender. Well played here by Blanchette. On the outside of Laskowski. Free ball right back across. Diving play. Free ball for a free ball here. Trying to get to Laskowski on the outside is Manteno. She'll get a big swing at it. Not the cleanest hit. So back across by the Terriers. All set here by Donnelly to the middle for Cabello. Weller on the outside of Legender for Staunton. And she'll get the kill. 7-6. Terriers retake the lead. As Caden Legender is back to serve. Hits this one just too far and out of bounds. 7-7. Neither team really overly sharp in this third set. As I think that pressure of this third set and it being a state semifinal is really weighing on these two teams. So who can overcome that first? As Campos Villa in for the serve. Monolo, ball hit across the net here by Aberly. Set up in the middle for Cabello, partially blocked. Diving play by Monolo, sent across by Weller. Smacked right back across, and an illegal hit here for the Terriers. Will award the point for Manteno. 8-7. Litzy, Campos Avilla. Serve again. Monolo in the middle to Aberly. Didn't get it over the net. And the Panthers take the 9-7 advantage. And we get a whistle and a timeout taken by Staunton. 9-7, Manteno with the lead here in set number 3. Back after this. Staunton takes the timeout in this decisive third set. You might take that timeout just a little bit earlier as they did, as you don't want the other team to get too far away. Both teams are back and ready for action here. As Manteno's Litzy Campos Villa is back to serve. Sends it across. Diving play by Monolo. Weller sets it up for Aberley. Played here by the Panthers. On the outside, Donnelly. Again, a diving play by Monolo. Sent across by Bueller. Donnelly sets it up in the middle for Cabello. Didn't get a big hit on that one. Weller on the outside for Window. So back across by the Panthers. Diving play, kept it alive and pushed it across to Monolo. A chance here to set up Blanchette on the outside, though. Partially blocked to the net. Weller for the Terriers. Sets it up for Bueller, and they'll say that is out of bounds. Manteno takes the point, 10-7. Campos Avila's next serve. Good one here. Bueller's hit is blocked, and they'll say that Donnelly made contact with the net that time for Manteno, so it's 10-8. And the serve goes now back to the Terriers. As Nora Window is back to serve. Outside Blanchette with a big kill. Kendall Blanchette has had a good day for this Manteno team. And a big play for her there makes it an 11-8 score. Lead for Manteno, and Wheeland on to serve. On the miss hit, ball sent across here. Batted around a couple times right at the net. And the point for Staunton, it appears, as the young lady in Donnelly was across the net line to make it 11-9. Again, not the sharpest of play from these two teams here in this third set, but it has allowed the game to stay close as DeLong is back to serve. And this one going to hit the referee as the Panthers not able to return it. And Staunton is within one, 11-10. Serve here by DeLong. Played in the back row by Campos Avila. Set up for Blanchette, who gets the kill. 12-10 Panthers. Next serve here by Donnelly. Terriers set it up on the outside for Bueller. She sends it across. Now right back from Blanchette. Ball set high by DeLong. Monolo to Legender from the back row. Big swing on it here. Wheelan toward the net. Pushed across by Tepper. Set up for Bueller. Blocked. Bueller keeps it alive though. DeLong going to go right back to her. Bueller with the kill. Bueller did not get rattled as her initial hit was blocked. Came right back at her, kept it alive, got set right back up, and placed it perfectly that time for the Terriers. And Bueller is back to serve. Manteno has it to Wheelan. She'll hit it across. Terriers to Long. On the outside for Legender. This one is out of bounds, but was it tipped? It was not. And Manteno scores the point. Makes it 13-11. That's big because quickly broke the serve of Bueller that time. She's one of the best for Staunton. And now Manteno has probably their best server in Blanchette. Ready to hit. Sends it across. Terriers are able to return it. And up on the outside, Laskowski. Two-hand push across, and that's going to work for a point. Good effort by the Terriers, but unable to make a play on that ball. Makes it 14-11. If you're Manteno, you're just trying to create some space between you and your opponent here. Have a three-point lead as it is. And make it 4 on an ace by Blanchette. Staunton has already burned one timeout earlier, so you're trying to keep that in your back pocket for when you might need it here. You can't let Manteno get too far ahead. Ball set up on the outside for Legender, and it'll be returned, but out of bounds. Legender gets the kill for the Terriers, and a big play there. 15-12. Addie Montelo is the server. Whelan. Set up here in the middle for Dole. And Dole with a kill. Again, quickly breaking the serve for the Panthers. And they'll have Dole back to serve this one after the big kill she just had at the net a moment ago. Her serve on the way. Diving play, free ball across. A big chance here. They'll set it up on the right side for Tepper. Now DeLong for Window toward the back row. Set up here this time for Laskowski. She'll get the kill. Laskowski with another big kill, and Staunton would like to take their second timeout. 17-12, Manteno with the lead here in set 3. Back with you after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So many flavors of dew. I am thirsty. I must get dew.
Cut! He's hypnotized again!
Do the dew.
Staunton takes their final timeout. Trailing 17-12 here in set 3. Jocelyn Dole is ready to serve for Manteno. As the Panthers, after dropping the opening set, trying to win 2 in a row here. Here's Legender. And a well-timed kill for Caden Legender. Just what Staunton needed here. 17-13.
I don't know about you, Charlie, but I would stick right to that tune right there.
As much as you can, as we'll see the substitute in Aberley back into the game. Weller to serve. Ball set at the net on the right side. Pushed across by Adeline Tepper. Placed it perfectly that time. 18-13. Back into the contest, Nora Donnelly for the Panthers. They lead it by 5. As Tepper is back to serve. She had the big play a moment ago right at the net. Can she get some momentum on the serve? Diving play, and Staunton unable to return it. 19-13 Manteno. Kind of like we saw in that second set, the Panthers now have kind of taken control, it appears. As Tepper is on to serve once again. This one across. Hit high toward the sideline. Saved in by Legender. Montelo sends it across the net. Played by Cabello. Set up here on the outside of Laskowski. Terriers will return it though for Legender, and she'll get the kill. As you said, you get a chance to get it to Caden Legender. You get it to Caden Legender, and she knows what to do with it. She's back to serve now. She get on a roll for this Terriers team. They need some momentum. Have not been able to sustain much here in this third set. Cabello sends it across for Manteno. Set up on the outside, Bueller with a 2-hand hit. Now for Cabello in the middle, and she gets the big kill for the Panthers to give them the 20-14 lead. Litzy Campos-Sevilla back in. She'll be back to serve for Manteno. Her serves across. Montelo. Weller at the net here. Blocked at the net and out of bounds. Solid block by Donnelly, but it just deflected off of her and went out of bounds and pulls Staunton to within 5. Nora Window on the serve for the Terriers. Gets this one across. Set up for Donnelly on the outside. She'll hit it there. Played by Window. To the net for Bueller. Panthers with a chance to return. Blanchette from the left side. Scramble drill, and running out of room was Staunton. 21-15. As it seems like Manteno just has all the answers right now. As Maddie Wieland, the libero, is back into serve in this important third set. Winner goes to the state championship game. Here's the ball set up for Legender. Ooh, looked like it was going out of bounds, but Wieland played it. Blanchette sneaks it over the net. It hit the top of the net, threw off the Terriers' timing. It makes it 22-15. Manteno. Wieland's next. Set it up in the middle, pushed across here by Johnson, and Johnson, a well-placed hit to break the serve for the Panthers, 22-16. As Alyssa DeLong is back in, replacing Aberley, as DeLong will go back to serve for the Terriers. DeLong serve. Played by Whelan. Donnelly. Blanchette will send it across. Terriers with a chance to return here. Set it to the middle for Bueller. Whelan again from the back row. Run down here. Hit to Blanchette. Set toward the net here. DeLong in the middle. Pushed across by Weller. Set up for Dole. And the Terriers unable to return it. 23-16. Donnelly to serve. And she's going to get an ace. As they'll run into the back curtain here at Pana. And match point for Manteno, with a chance to play for a state championship later today. Nora Donnelly to serve. Played here by Legender. Monolo. Bueller sends it across. Ball set up here on the outside for Tepper. Ball hit high in the back row here for Staunton. Hit it across. They will by Bueller. Now to Blanchette for the kill. Fitting for Manteno as Blanchette gets the final kill of this one. And Manteno wins the third set, 25-16. Staunton won the opening set, 27-25, but then back-to-back set wins here for the Panthers, 25-14, 25-16, and they'll play for the state championship game later this afternoon. Staunton will come back and play for third and fourth place around 2 o'clock. We'll have some final thoughts for you on the Blessing Health System post-match show next.
Okay, everyone, let's do this. How about you?
What are your thoughts on today's patient care?
Real busy day, but it was a team effort. And how about you?
Third checkup that your patient talked about her summer concert. How do you stay enthused?
You can't blame her. Those tickets were hard to come by. But her summer wasn't a cruel one. Huh? Next, how about you?
Doctor, it hurts when I do this.
Don't do that.
Hey, the internet says I'm sick. Am I?
I'd get a professional opinion on that.
Doc, donuts in the break room look like a hit.
Not bad. Definitely better than those bagels. Okay, we have time for one more. Next.
The staff looked focused today. What do you attribute that to?
Well, at Blessing, we're tasked with providing exceptional care, so every visit is like the big game for us. Okay, gotta run.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
The Manteno Panthers are going to be playing for a state championship later today as they defeat the Staunton Terriers to move to 26-1 on the season. 25-27, 25-14, 25-16 in 3 sets here. And after a tight first set, Manteno really settled in nicely, Tom. And the Panthers a much-deserved chance to win the state championship later today.
Yeah, a really good, like we talked about the whole time, a good tug-of-war match the whole game. And, a lot of fight on both sides of things. And Manteno was just able to get some momentum in that second set and really ride it through to the third and take the game ultimately there.
Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris is your Edward Jones Financial Advisor. He understands this, and that's why he's a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. And quite the day for Kendall Blanchette for this Manteno squad. She seemed like she was everywhere for the Panthers.
Yeah, whether it was serving, whether it was setting, whether it was spiking. I mean, she was all over the court today. And Manteno really needed it, and she showed up. And big players really do that. They kind of that calming presence, and they're able to just do everything for your team in those big games, and she really showed up and was that big player for them today.
We'll take a little break here. We'll get set for the second semifinal, Eureka and Williamsville. We hope you will join us then on Central Illinois Sports.